In this video, let me show you how to deploy the Angular.js on Railway platform for free. Here I have a very basic Angular.js project here, that is the to-do app. Here in this to-do app, either you can add a new to-do here. Let me add some to-do here, and you can mark this to-do as completed by clicking on this, and you can go to computer section. You can go to active section. It will display all the active ones, and you can go to all and clear all the completed ones. Now the completed ones will be deleted. And this is the very basic to-do app that we can deploy on the Railway platform for free. And this is the code for it. First, let me stop this Angular server here. The platform that we're going to use in this video, as I mentioned, is the Railway platform. If you head over to the website called railway.com, you can say this is the platform. Ship software peacefully. First, what we need to do is we need to build the production files. So for that, let me go to VS Code here. So this is the Visual Code, and here we need to build the files. So to do that, just type ng build, and we're going to set the configuration to production. So it will give us the dist files. So let me show you what that means. It will take some time. Consider now it starts building the static files for us. I will show you what that means. You can see now we have a new folder. Now the application bundle generation has been completed, and if you go to the left hand side, there will be a new folder called the dist, and inside the dist we have a new folder called the to-do app, and inside that we have a folder called the browser, and inside the browser we have a file called the index.html file. So this is the main file that we are interested in. So this is the dist folder. So then we need a server to save this file. So to create a server, we're going to use the Node.js. So let me create a file called the server.js file. So this will be server.js file. And we're going to use the Express to save this build files. So we need the Express, right? So npm install Express and press enter. Now the Express package has been added. So let me clear the script and let's try to create the code now. So we need the Express. So const Express equal to, we're going to import the Express. Then we need the path. So const path equal to, we're going to import the path as well. Then we need to define the Express app. So const app equal to Express. Then I'm going to set the folder path. Consider app.use. I'm going to set the folder path. Here you need to provide the this generated folder path here. You can say inside the disk we have to-do app, and inside the to-do app we have browser. So we need to provide that here. So this is the generator file. So inside of this we have to-do app, and inside the to-do app we have browser. So this is the folder structure. I can also show this in the file explorer as well. You can say inside the gist division we have to-do app, inside the to-do app we have browser, inside the browser we have the index.html file. So this is what we're gonna serve through this server, Express server. Now we can create a basic get method. So app.get. So we're gonna serve all the routes. So app.get slash. So what we will do is we're gonna serve that index.html file. That's it. Then we're gonna force this server on the port number called the 3000. Either we can force on the 3000 or we can listen on the 4000. So let me change this to 4000. Then I'm gonna simply start the Express server now. You can see now the server is running on the port. The port will be 4000. That's it. Now we have the Node.js server, right? Using this Node.js server, we're gonna serve the Angular.js build files. So this is the procedure how you deploy the Angular.js files. Now we have the file, right? We need to modify something in the package.json file. Let me go to package.json file here. And here make sure you change the start command and the build command. So the start command should be node server.js file that we have just created now. So this is the start command. After the scripts, we need to add something here. So after the scripts, we need to add the engine. This will tell the Railway platform which Node.js version that we are using. So I'm gonna type like node. I'm gonna use the version number that is greater than the version 18. So greater than 18. This is the version that we're gonna use now. So now we have configured literally everything, I think. First, let's test the generator files is working properly or not. So for that, let me start the Node.js server now. Node server.js. So you consider now the server has been started on the port 4000. So what we can do is we can go to localhost. So let me go to browser and let me open up a new tab now, and let me go to localhost, and the port number will be 4000. You can see now we have the Angular app here ready. So we can add to test if the Angular features are working. You can see we can mark this as computer, and we can delete. So I'm gonna click on create computer. Consider now the computer once has been successfully removed. Now the Angular project is working fine. So we can push it to the GitHub now, and let's also set up the git ignore file as well. So this is my git ignore file. So here you can see already this folder is there. We don't want to push it to the GitHub. It will be generated on the Railway server. So we have the dist folder. We have the node modules as well. Make sure you include this one. So we need to include this dot angular folder. So let's type this now, dot angular, and that's it. So let's go to browser, let's go to GitHub to push all these project files to the GitHub. So let me create a new repository now. So let me click on new, and I'm gonna give a repository name Angular to do app. So let me go to bottom and click on create repository. Now the repository has been successfully created. Let's push all the project files now. So make sure in the package.json file, before we push all the things, make sure you set the start script to node server.js and the build command. So this ng build. So let's also set the configuration here. The configuration should be production. So make sure you include these two scripts here, then we can good to go. So let me initialize the git now. So let me type git init. Now we have initialized the git, then we can add all the files. So if you type git status, you can see there are many files to add. So let's type the git add. I'm gonna add all the files, then we can commit now. So git commit, I'm gonna leave a message called update. Now all the files has been committed. We can also set the branch now. So I'm gonna change the branch to main branch, git branch -m main. Then we can add the repository URL here. So git remote add origin. So it should be this URL. So let me copy the paste it here, and that's it. So now we can push all the files. Git push origin -u main. So you should push all the files to the GitHub now. Let me go to GitHub and let me click on refresh now. You can see now we have successfully pushed all the files to the GitHub, and make sure if you open up the package.json file, make sure the star script should be node server.js and the build command should be ng build and the configuration should be production, and that's it. And now we can go to the railway platform now. So this is it. Let me open up a new tab and let me go to railway.com. Consider I have already logged in. That's why you directly go to the dashboard. When you visit for the first time, make sure you log in using your GitHub. So make sure you create your account on this. So once you have login, so if you want to deploy the Angular.js project, just click on new, and here you can see there are many options. Here select the GitHub repository, then select configure GitHub app because we want to give permission to the repository that we have created now. So let me click on select repository. Consider this is a repository that I have created just now, and consider Angular.js to do app. So let me click on save. So once you have give permission to the repository, if you click on refresh, it should show the on GitHub repo. You can say this is the repo. Let me click on this repo. So this is the exact repo that I have given permission here in this railway platform. Let me click on here. Consider deploying repository. So this is the node. So let me click on here, and here we need to change something in the settings. So let me go to settings, and if you scroll down, we want to change the build command as well as the start command. So let me scroll down. So the build command should be here. You can say add build command. So let me add the build command here. So the build command should be, let me type npm install and npm run build. So the npm run build will trigger this script. Let me go to VS Code. You can see this script will trigger. So this is the build command, and let's also add the start command as well. So the start command should be npm start. Now, so you can say the start command should trigger the node server.js. So let me click on tick here. It's also tick here, and you can say on the left hand side we have the option called it deployed. Apply two changes. So let me click on deploy. So let me go to deployment. Consider a new deploy has been created. Let me go to new deploy, that is the update one. So now you don't have to do anything. The railway platform will handle everything for you. We just have to wait and see for the build logs. Consider now it is copying all the files to the Docker. So we got a error here. So npm installed, on this error we got a message like Node.js version 18 is detected. So we are given the Node.js version 18. Actually we gave Node.js 18 above 18, right? It took version 18, so it needs Node.js version at least 20. So we want to change the Node.js version to 20. For that, what you can do is you can go to GitHub now. Actually in the package.json file we have mentioned that the Node.js version should be above 18, but it requires it should be about 20. So we need to change that now. So let me go to GitHub, and in the package.json file, so let me edit this file now. So the node version should be greater than 22. So let me commit these changes now. So make sure you make this node version greater than 22. Now let me close this one. A new build has been successfully here. You can see a new build. So let me open that one. Here we are waiting for build to start. So it will take some time. Just give you a few minutes. Now this time it should work because we have given the node version 22. Now we can say it detected the version to be 22. So now it has successfully built, I think. Now we got the static file generation. The output location is inside the app, inside the disk, inside to-do app. So just give you a few minutes. So if you go to deploy logs, you can say starting container. Let me go to build logs again. You can say now the app is online. So when you log in for the railway platform first time, you won't see the URL directly. Actually, we have to generate the URL in the settings. Let me show you how to get the URL. Now we have deployed it. To get the URL, so let me close this one. If we go to settings, there will be an option called the public networking. You can say public networking. Under it, we have generate domain. So you need to click on that, and then you need to enter the port number. So the port number that we have set here 4000. So either we can give this. So let me try this one, port 4000. So let me click on generate domain. So you can say now we got the URL. So we got the error here. That means that port number is not valid. You can, actually, if you go to deploy logs, actually the server is running on the port 8080. So let me change the port to 8080 now. So let me go to settings again. So we want to change the port to 8080. So let me go to settings, and let me scroll down. So let me edit this one, public networking, and let me change the port to 8080, and let me update this one, and let me click on this URL again, and this time we got the Angular.js. So we have successfully deployed the Angular.js project here. So let me test all the features are working or not. So you can see when I click on that, it says completed. So let me add a new one here. So let me enter. Now consider now the new task has been added. Let me click on create completed. Now the completed ones has been deleted, and yeah. So let me add new one. You can see new one has been added. That one has been deleted. If you go to active, it will show all the active. If you go to completed, it will show all the completed ones. So this is how you deploy the Angular.js project on the railway platform. And if you want to add the custom domain, if you go to settings again, you can see we have the option called the add custom domain. Here you can add the URL here, and then if you configure the DNS wrapper, it should point the custom domain to your project. So yeah, so make sure if you watch the deploy logs to see which port that the server is running. So make sure you type the port number that the server is running. So this is for this video, and I will continue in the next one.